Hello guys, welcome to Benghazi TV right here on YouTube, and of course we're active also on X and also on Facebook. Not forgetting about Instagram. Look out and let's have an interactive session. So if you haven't subscribed yet, let me just implore all of you to just subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscription button which is down there. Yes, once it is done, the bell next to it as well, hit on it. Thank you very much for having done that for me. And I'll also be looking out for your comments on this particular content I'm sharing with you today. I know it can be a bit tricky today because of what I want to talk about today. Okay, what are we talking about today? Today is all about Ghana's captain for the Black Stars, Andre Dede Ayew. He's been a mainstay in the Black Stars team for several years. If my mathematics is right, he made his debut for the Black Stars somewhere in August of 2007 before the Nations Cup that was held in Ghana in 28. We are in 2024, so that makes it almost 17 years, or in fact 17 years since Andre made his debut in the Black Stars team. So he's played for the Black Stars team for 17 good years. In fact, he made his debut for the Black Stars when he was called to the team by then coach Claude Leroy in 2007 for a friendly game against Senegal. That was when Andre Ayew was first given his call-up into the Black Stars team. Fast forward, he's seen several tournaments for the Black Stars and has become a key mainstay player or actor in the Black Stars setup, becoming the captain eventually of the Black Stars team. He has seen the Black Stars at 2 finals of the Nations Cup. First of all, when he joined the team with the U20 squad in 2009, when they went all the way to the finals, that was in Angola to pick silver, losing to the Egyptian team. That goal from Mohamed Gedo, ripping Ghana off a possible championship medal or trophy in that Nations Cup. 5 years on as well, again, Ghana lost to Ivory Coast in the finals. Again, Andre was in that squad. He's been to 3 different World Cups, 2010, 2014, and the last one held in Qatar in 2022. So he has been a mainstay for all these 17 years. Over 120 caps for Andre with over 20 goals scored as a player for the Black Stars. So he's been impressive, super impressive for Ghana, and has been one servant you can always vouch for his commitment and dedication to the Black Stars team. So these are attributes you can never take away from Andre Dede Ayew. Whenever his name comes up for a national team appearance, he turns up, he shows all the full commitment, dedication, something you will not see or get with a lot of other players who have had their time in the Black Stars team. You know that several key players over the years have been accused of not giving their all whenever they play for the Black Stars, as compared to how they play their hearts out when they are playing club football. But that is something you can never say when the name Andre Ayew comes up, because he's been dedicated, committed, and it's been obvious in all he's done over the years with the Black Stars team. So that's the sort of person you're talking about here. But question now is, in the last year or so, Andre's time with the Black Stars has not been the same. His importance, if you like, his role, I should say, in the team, seemed to have diminished over the period. It first of all began with the previous coach of the Black Stars team, who began going down with his time in the Black Stars. I'm talking about Chris Hughton, who began not getting this young man into the Black Stars team. Even when he indeed was given a call-up into the team, he was given just a few minutes, or barely was used in games. The last Nations Cup that was held in La Côte d'Ivoire, I recall how things panned out for Andre Ayew, where he barely made minutes at the Nations Cup for Ghana. In fact, he had to come off the bench in a few of the games that were played out there. So that's the question that has come up. Otto comes in, takes over the Black Stars reins, and again, that question of the role of Andre Ayew comes up. The coach announced, if you recall, in his first call-ups for the first games under Otto for the games against Mali and CR in Ghana, they was going to be calling Andre Ayew. The coach was extensive and explaining why he was leaving out Andre Ayew. Even though then he was attached, was playing for Le Havre in the French Ligue 1, and in fact was scoring some great goals. But the coach still left him out and said he had called him, spoken to him, and had gone to even France to speak to Andre Ayew on why he will not call him into the team. That led to all manner of rumors in Ghana, suggesting that perhaps then it was about it for Dede Ayew with his time in the Black Stars team. To make matters worse, we are just a few days to Ghana's games against Angola and also against Niger. These are qualifiers for the AFCON, the Nations Cup, to be held in Morocco in December and January of this year and next year, actually. So, question is, and now Dede Ayew is not attached to any football club. As we speak, Dede Ayew is unattached to any football club. So, what does that really mean for his time in the Black Stars team? Because even when he was attached to Le Havre, in the month of May and June, when the roll call was made for those 2 games against Mali and CAR, he was left out. Now he's unattached, and mainly or mostly in Ghana, training though, but mostly in Ghana and not attached to any football club, whilst all the others are currently out there in Europe or elsewhere playing with their football club. Question now is, Dede Ayew, great servant to the national team, captain as we speak of the Black Stars team, is it time for Andre to call time on his illustrious international career? It's a question that I'm sure a lot of people are beginning to ask themselves. And I'm sure even for the Ayew family, they're beginning to ask themselves, is it about time Andre calls time on what clearly has been a glittering international career for the maestro's son? Is it time? Is he considering it? I'm sure it's something that indeed he is doing so. But even if he's not, I think the signs are very clear for Andre and the whole Ayew family to begin to ponder over perhaps calling time on the career of the illustrious son of this country. Notwithstanding all he's done for Ghana, the wonderful service, dedication, commitment to the national cause. Once there's a start to anything there is under the sun, there is always an end therefore. It is about time. If you ask me personally, the signs are clear that Dede Ayew will need to now call time on his career. It would be better for him to be given a befitting farewell or goodbye. Then we move on. He also moves on than for him to be still available for the national team, and yet as captain is mainly left out when the roll call is made by the coaches of the Black Stars. That for me is not too good, because that's one person. We don't want to go through that. As someone who has served the way he has for the Black Stars, we need to bid him farewell on a very good note. So if I was anywhere close to Andre, to the family, I'm sure I'll be telling them, yeah, man, guys, I think it's about time that Andre calls time on his career with the Black Stars, because his role clearly is diminished. He may fancy wanting to be at the next World Cup in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, but the obvious is that his time in the team, I think, is up, and it's about time he calls time on his career. These are my personal sentiments on that issue. I want to hear from you as well. What do you think of this particular thing I'm sharing today with you? Do you want the national team or the coaches to give Andre special treatment by still calling him into the team even though he's unattached to any football club? Or do you think it's indeed time for him to retire gracefully and let go of the national team for others to continue, whilst he also focuses on building his club career? That's my thoughts and our content today on Benghazi TV. As always, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to hear from you by commenting on every content we put out here on Benghazi TV.